Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing this evening? It is a beautiful, beautiful evening in Indianapolis. I kind of like want to show you the neighborhood because but like whenever I show this and I turn the camera around, it doesn't really show it that well. But do you guys see the trees? The trees are like just absolutely beautiful. And I mean, there's all these red trees here, and so my view is just gorgeous. And you can see it's kind of dusk, and all the lights have just come on down the street. My neighbor is across the street. He is grilling out. It was 78 degrees in Indianapolis today. It was beautiful. It was very, very windy, though. I will say that. It was very windy. But it's been an absolutely beautiful day today. I woke up earlier than I wanted to get up. Boo Radley was ready to get up and run around outside. And if you all have dogs, and you'll know what I'm talking about. So it's like when they want to get up, you have to get up. So I got up. I did not get as much sleep as I wanted to because I stayed up way too late last night trying to catch up on my shows. I watched Big Brother last night. And then what did I watch after that? Love After Lockup. And I watched something else. I can't remember. But I went to bed way too late last night. And ooh, something just stung me or bit me on my foot. Ouch. So I went to bed way too late last night. And so I'm really tired today. And in fact, Alex and I were just talking about that. And he was like laying in bed. He's like, I'm so exhausted. I don't know what's going on. I go, I don't know either. Like, I'm so tired. I said, my body is kind of like achy too. Last night, actually, I said this to him like 3 times. He's like, I hope you're not. I said, I feel like I'm getting sick again, but I'll talk about that in just a second. So, because of my cough and my throat itching and things like that. So, but I just kind of felt like real lethargic last night. So tonight my plan is to, I ended up not filming as many videos as I wanted to today. I still filmed quite a few videos. I got up, I filmed a drama video. And then, as I was uploading that video, like something happened and I filmed a shorter drama video, so I have 2 drama videos today. And then I did an Amazon haul right there in the kitchen. There's the kitchen window, it's right there. And then I filmed a review video, and now I'm filming my vlog. I wanted to film a Peterisms video, I wanted to film a booktube video, and I wanted to film videos on all my channels today, but I'm just like so tired that I kind of like, you know, I keep on, every day I say, I'm gonna take today off, I'm gonna take today off and relax, and then I never do, because I just like, I love this so much. I don't even know how to explain it. Like, I just do. Like, I come up with all these ideas, and I know they're corny to a lot of people and whatever, just like reviewing something silly, but like, I love it, you know, and I always have so many ideas for all of my channels. So I'm like, well, if I take today off, and you know, then I'll have to do this video tomorrow. And so I'm like, okay, I'll just film it. It'll just take me a couple minutes, and then all of a sudden it's an hour, and I've been talking for an hour on my drama channel, and you know, then I'm like putting stuff away, and before I know it, it's like, you know, I think I came out here, it was like 5:55 or something like that. Did I say that at the beginning of this? So anyway, so yeah, so I keep on saying I'm gonna take a day off, and then my day just kind of gets away from me, you know, because I start filming all these videos. But it's been a good day. It's been a fun day. I'm just really tired and really lethargic. So tonight, after I get those videos up, and they're all uploading right now, and I start rendering this vlog, and then start uploading this vlog. It usually takes about 2 hours to upload a vlog, depending on how long it is. Start to upload a vlog. Once I get all that going, oh no, that's what happened last night. I fell asleep. Oh, that's what happened last night. So Alex was so tired, he didn't want to watch any shows last night, so we didn't watch any shows together. And so I ate some dinner, which was basically like dips and chip and stuff like that, because I'd eaten brunch earlier. So I ate some dinner, and I was watching, that was when I watched Big Brother. And then I went upstairs, because it was like, I think it was like right when Big Brother was on that I watched it. I can't remember, but anyway, it started recording, so it was like right around that time. And I went upstairs right after that. So I think it was like 11 o'clock. 11:15 or something like that. I went to bed, and I was like, I'm just gonna lay down for an hour, and I ended up sleeping until like 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning, and that's when I got up and I watched my shows. And I was kind of surprised I was able to fall asleep as quick as I did last night, but I was able to fall asleep pretty quickly. I was so comfy in bed last night. So, so yeah, so I got up and I filmed those videos. Now tonight, my plan is, I'm like really in the mood just to sit out here with a cup of coffee and listen to my cozy mystery bored to death. Like I did that the other night, and I really, really enjoyed it. I had such a good time. So I'm like, tonight I'm going to read a little book of the Orange manga, and then I'm just kind of taking my time on that. Like if it takes me 6 months to read, it takes me 6 months to read. Just really enjoyable for me to read graphic novels, and I like manga. Well, I think I've read one other. I thought this was my very first one. I think I've read 1 or 2 other ones. And this is my first one. I have a hard time getting used to like reading it from the back first and going backwards every time I read one. I think maybe I've only read one other one before this. Whatever it was, I talked about it on my BookTube channel. But I feel like this is like my second one. But this series got huge acclaim. Like, people loved this series, so I'm starting it. And it is really good. So it's about this girl, and she's in high school, and she finds this notebook, or these letters, these notes that were written to her by herself in the future, telling her like what to do. It's really interesting. So anyway, so yeah, I'm reading that, but I'm just kind of taking my time with that. And then I'm listening to Bored to Death on Audible, and I might finish that tonight or tomorrow, we'll see. I'm like halfway through it already. So I'm really enjoying that. I actually, last night on Amazon, I ordered 4 new graphic novels. I ordered a Christmas graphic, because I was like, I'm kind of in the mood to read graphic novels again. I ordered a Christmas graphic novel, and then I ordered 3 LGBTQIA plus graphic novels. 2 are like lesbian stories, and 1 is a gay themed story. And then the last one was a Christmas story that I got. So I ordered 4. I'll show those on my BookTube channel. I'll do like a little graphic novel haul over there. I do love the graphic novels. The thing is like, if you're not really in the mood to like sit down and like read, and you're not in the mood to listen to an audiobook or something like that, and you just kind of want to like get through something, but you want to hear a story, like, graphic novels are so easy to kind of like just like read a couple pages and put it down, read a couple pages here, but they're good, you know? I find that they're either really, really good or really, really bad. If you read graphic novels, you'll know what I'm talking about. Like, you can kind of tell in like the first couple pages. So they're either really, really good or they're really, really bad. So that's my plan tonight. I also have 7 reality shows I counted last night to catch up on. So I'm going to have to watch some of those tonight. And what comes out on Wednesday? Tonight comes out Survivor and Amazing Race, but I can't watch those after midnight. I think it's after 3 when they're on Paramount. So I'll probably watch those 3 going in. I don't know. Maybe tomorrow I will take tomorrow off. We'll see. I'll probably still do a vlog either way. I'm really like loving vlogging. I mean, I always do, but I'm like really loving vlogging right now, especially from this chair when it's a little bit darker. It's like so calming and stuff at night. Like, it's really... when I go out here to vlog, I always, like, because Alex is in bed relaxing, I always yell up to him because it's, you know, so dark outside. It's like, it is dark, do you guys see? It's like, not dark, but it's getting dark. And so I'll say, okay, I have to leave the light on, because see, I leave this light on in the kitchen. I think I've showed you this, or in the entryway. And so that's kind of like my ring light. And then I have this carriage light up here. Don't look at the cobwebs. I've got to clean those tomorrow. I had to take Fernalicious upstairs, and then I had to clean the cobwebs. Oh, I don't have my phone out here to shout out the person that came up with the Simon and Garfunkel name. Anyway, I'll do that in one of these videos. So, but it's kind of just like so calming and relaxing. So I always shout out to Alex before I come out here. I say, I'm like, okay, I have to leave the light on in the entryway. Don't forget, because sometimes he closes the door, like when I'm filming or whatever. If I'm filming over here, he's like, I won't forget. He like knows now. He's like, have fun vlogging. I'm like, okay. I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm singing out with Boo, looking at TikToks. I'm like, okay. So it's just kind of like my relaxing time to sit out here and talk to you guys, you know. I wore this polo shirt today. This shirt used to be skin tight on me and would never fit. And look how baggy it is on me now. But I think it just kind of shows the areas of my body that I'm not real happy with. But I'm still like, I can't believe that I'm fitting into all these clothes, you know. Somebody asked me the other day on a video, they're like, have you lost more weight? And then I got like a fat shaming comment on my review yesterday. I don't know why, it kind of like set me off, but it kind of hurt my feelings a little bit. Let me light these candles. You know, for years, just honest talk, for years I would have people like, and it was always, they took it from my vlog. I'm lighting this candle. This is the blueberry pumpkin. It smells so fantastic. They would take pictures of me, and it was usually when I was like standing in the kitchen vlogging, and they would take pictures or talking or whatever, and it would be like me with one of those 2XL shirts on that was like real baggy from Target, and they would take a picture, and it was always when I was on the side, and so the shirt would be billowing out over my gut, and I was heavy. I mean, I know that, right? I think the one thing that people... It's interesting to me when people like call out people that are heavy. It's like, do you think we don't know that we're heavy? Like, do you think we don't fight it every day when we look in the mirror and we see how heavy we are and that clothes don't fit that used to fit and how frustrating it is and it's uncomfortable to sleep and you get out of breath walking upstairs and you just don't enjoy things like other people do. And there's a lot with being overweight other than just, you know, being heavy and wanting to eat all the time. And for a lot of people, they're not heavy because of eating. You know, they're heavy because they have medical conditions and things like that, where, you know, one of the things that I never talked about that. Well, I think I talked about it on videos, but I never like really, I know somebody will timestamp this and go, yes, you did. But I always took responsibility for it, because I would say the opposite was true too. Depakote that I was on for 23 years, or 24 years almost, one of the side effects is that you're aggressively hungry all the time. I mean, I was hungry all the time. I would eat until, like, I was past full. You know, what's that called? I can't remember what that's called. But anyway, because I was talking about it with my therapist, and I lost a bunch of weight, and then it kind of went away, and I don't really eat that way anymore. I eat until I'm done, and then I stop. I don't overeating. Like, I don't do that anymore, you know? I think it's called something else, though, too. But what I also said in my videos, if you've watched my videos for a while, is that I was also in the best health of my entire life, running every day, working out 5 to 7 days a week, lifting weights. The best health I've ever been in my entire life was when I was on Depakote. So, yes, that's true, but it's also not the excuse for why I was heavy. I was heavy because I ate horrible food. I still do. And, you know, and I was just telling someone the other day that's in my life, and they were like really giving themselves a hard time. And they're like, yeah, but you lost all this weight. I said, I lost weight from stress. I lost weight because I changed my medication. I lost weight from having pancreatitis. Okay, it's a cheat. It's not like I was doing anything to work towards losing weight. The only thing is I've maintained it. And one of the things I was telling them is the way that I've maintained it is I don't like eat past the point of feeling full anymore. And as much as people don't want to believe this, I really do kind of like, I'll eat piata, but then like I won't eat anything else. If I eat pizza, I don't eat tons of it, you know? So I'm very careful about how much and what I am eating. I hear like a dog wandering around the street. I know it's like 2 people walking down the street with a dog. But I'm not like working out. Like that's on my goal list for 20. I always push that back on my goal list. Like that's the thing when people want to come for you. It's like you're fully aware of the ridiculousness of your claims. Like I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And you know, like, okay, well, I've said this 5 times and I haven't done it, or I've said it every year for the last 10 years. But I have these weights that I bought from Amazon. I mean, during, I think the lockdown. No, I bought them after the accident because I'm going to start working out from home. A good couple months after that. And they're still in the box. I've never opened them. It's just like, you know, like one of those little things like that that has like, they're like, I think it's like 5, 10. It's like either 10, 15, and 20 pounds or 5, 10, and 15 pounds. But my goal for 2024 is to walk 3 to 4 times a week for half an hour at least. And then to lift weights 3 to 4 times a week. That's my goal. I mean, I don't know if I'll do it, but that's my goal. Do you achieve all your goals? I don't know. We'll see. I hope I get inspired to do that, you know, and I want to start eating healthier, but damn, I love food. I do. I love food, and the food I love is not healthy for me, you know? So anyway, so yeah, but somebody on my review channel the other day, they said, like I went back to put something in the microwave, and they commented and they go, damn, your gut is big, or something like that, and they like put a laughing emoji. You know, and for years, like I never said anything about it on my videos, but it really did hurt my feelings. There's like an entire Twitter account, I think it's still up. I haven't gone back to check in years, but like their profile picture is me in this orange t-shirt to the side with my gut like all hanging out, you know, like, I mean, people want to say that I'm mean on my drama channel for having an opinion, and people are literally dedicated entire accounts to how heavy I am, and putting their profile picture as how heavy I am, and making videos about how heavy I am. There's a lot of people out there that are making videos implicating how heavy I am and how much I eat, you know, like it's hurtful, you know? So I just blocked them, to be honest with you. I was just like, no, we're not gonna have that over here. Like this is a review channel. And the other thing I think is interesting is it's like, okay, in 2 years, whether I was trying or whether it happened for medical reasons, I lost 64 pounds. How many pounds do you want me to lose before you start giving me some credit? Oh, well, then you didn't do it on your own. Okay, but I still lost the weight. You weren't calling me out for not doing it on my own. You were calling me out for being heavy. I lost 64 pounds. If I lose 100, will you still be calling me a fat ass and throwing up pictures of me? I mean, you know, and it just so feeds into that body dysmorphia that I have. You know, when anybody says anything about it, it's so hard. And, I don't know, you know, like, I think about my husband a lot, you know, because he's talked about this in my videos and stuff like that, but he's, you know, had an active eating disorder, like, since he was in middle school that has, like, been really horrific at times, and he's done tons of therapy on it, you know, and has worked so hard on it, and I'm so proud of him. when I gained a lot of weight in this relationship, my fear was, especially with him being 12 years younger, that he was going to leave me. You know, that like, oh, he's not going to find me attractive anymore and he's going to leave me. And he was always supportive of me. He was never, like, he never lied. You know, I wasn't one of those people where I'd say, do you think I look fat? And he'd go, oh no, you don't look fat at all. And he'd say things to me like, babe, do you want me to answer that question? Like, you look heavier. Like, yeah, you've gained weight, but if you really want to have an honest conversation about it, if you want to eat differently, I'm willing to eat differently with you. If you want to start walking every night, we can walk every night. You know, if you want to go to the gym, we can go to the gym. He was really supportive. He always has been. But he'd also talk about how he was still, like, romantically and sexually attracted to me, you know, and that it wasn't all about the physicality of how I looked, you know, and, like, that was really, really important to me. I mean, and he didn't lie either. He was like, I mean, you don't look the same as you did when I first met you. He was like, but it doesn't make me love you any less, you know. I think the one thing is, since I've lost weight, I have felt more confident. I have felt better in my own body. I have felt more comfortable to walk around the bedroom. You know, he was walking around the bedroom in underwear and nude for years. I feel more comfortable. I mean, I did always at the beginning, but then as the more weight I put on, this is just true talk, okay? I don't know if anybody else relates to this, but this is just true talk. As the years went on, I started always, like, you know, if he was standing next to me in the bathroom getting ready, I always had on, like, sweat shorts or a robe, because I didn't feel comfortable, usually a robe because of my gut. I didn't feel comfortable with it, you know, and he noticed it. He would say things about it. He'd be like, babe, you don't have to be embarrassed next to me, you know. So since I have lost the weight, I do feel more confident. I feel more now than I ever did that I can accomplish losing more weight, even though I've been pretty stagnant for a while. Somebody said, somebody said, well, you've lost more weight. I haven't. What happens is I go up 5 pounds, I lose 5 pounds. That happens like every week. Like throughout the week, it just like, it kind of goes up and then it goes down. It's like, I'm like at the same 5 pounds like every week. My lowest I get to is like 202 and I go up to about 207. I think about 2 weeks ago I was at like 209 and then I went back down to 202 again. So it's like in between there, I stay. And my doctors really want me to be between 170 and 180. So, but yeah, like, I think that me being more confident in my body and me being willing to wear different clothes that make me feel more confident and feel better about myself, and noticing that, like, he'll say, you look really cute today, or you look really sexy, or whatever, you know, like, that just helps me feel more attractive and more sexy to my husband. Whereas before, I felt so uncomfortable because I was so heavy that I was like, you're saying this one thing, but everybody else is saying this, and looking at me, and I'm thinking, you're probably not thinking that. And so I think it did affect the way I interacted with him and the way I interacted with other people too, you know, because that was my own insecurity going in my head. I think this whole idea of body acceptance is fantastic. I think body acceptance is fantastic as long as you're taking care of your health. I mean, I've literally in my life known people that were in fantastic health and like were running, you know, down the street, like loved to run, and then had a heart attack and died. And those were some of the most healthiest people I've known. I've also known people that were really, really unhealthy weight-wise and things like that and had major medical complications. So it can go both ways. I do think being heavier, you know, like Alex, we were talking about this on Halloween. One of the things that he's noticed in the last year is that I don't snore anymore. He was like, you have pretty much quit snoring because you've lost so much weight. He goes, I think it's completely related to that you've lost so much weight. It was funny because today when I was in the kitchen, I was doing all these swings and stuff like that. And this shirt's so cute. Like, I haven't worn this. It's like, I think I got it at Target or something, but I mean, it's so baggy on me now. Look at that. But like, I got out of breath doing the review video, but I was like swinging and all this kind of stuff, right? Like, I'm not that active very much unless I'm in a pool. But like walking up and down the stairs, like I rarely, unless I'm running up and down the stairs, I think I just said yesterday I got out of breath, but I was like running up and down the stairs. Just walking up and down the stairs, I don't get out of breath anymore. I used to get so out of breath just walking up and down the stairs. I got so tired all the time from being heavy. I was just in such a negative space in my head all the time from being heavy. I was so down on myself all the time. It was like losing this weight, and like I said, I didn't really do a lot to lose it, has just inspired me and motivated me to do so much more in my life, you know? It's like, and I think, and somebody said this on a video the other day, it's like, they said you're standing up for yourself, you're shedding weight, and now you're shedding all this stuff in your house too because you're doing like this massive cleanup. I do think that has a part to do with it. I think I'm going through like a major change in my life, you know? I think am just like going through the, yeah, that's probably gonna be my thumbnail. As I started to do that, I was like, this would be, is this a oh no, I did that thumbnail yesterday. What should my thumbnail be? Like, real sad face. That's a clickbait everybody clickbaits. I mean, but listen, I am changing. Is it really clickbait when I call the video something like I'm changing and I'm actually talking about changing in a video? That's not really clickbait, is it? I just posed for the thumbnail. I think people don't all. Maybe that should be my thumbnail. Should that be my thumbnail? Anyway, I don't know. But no, I do feel like I'm changing, you know? It's like, I'm like, do I want to share this? It's kind of personal. So when my ex and I were going through like having a lot of problems, it wasn't even that we were having problems. We just had fallen out of love with each other. But I think neither one of us wanted to be in the relationship anymore, and we both knew that. We had tons of stuff stored in our second bedroom and in the closet in the second bedroom. And we had like a can of paint where we had painted the bedroom and it had like fallen over and stuck to the carpet and stuff. And we had all this stuff in there that we didn't need anymore. And so like I had lost a bunch of weight, like towards the end of that, not a bunch, but I lost like 20 pounds into that relationship. And I remember one weekend or one night or whatever, I was like manically like cleaning this closet, cleaning this bedroom, and like getting rid of all this stuff. And I'll never forget, he came, and no, I'm not leaving Alex. I don't feel anywhere in that relationship, and I hope he doesn't either. But I remember I was like in the closet working, and I like turned around, he was like standing there, and he looked at me and he said, "You're getting ready to leave." And I go, what? I mean, and to be honest with you, it did not even, I mean, I knew I was not happy in that relationship. I knew I didn't really want to be there anymore. Later I found out he didn't really want to be there anymore. But I had no plan of leaving. Like, I thought we would be together forever and just, I don't know, work through our misery or something. I really, to be honest, didn't know. I mean, maybe you've been there in your relationship where you're like, I know I'm not happy. I know I don't want to be here anymore, but I have no plans to leave. I mean, that's really where I was. And so when he looked at me and he goes, "You're getting ready to leave." I honest to God, in that moment, I had no plan to leave whatsoever. And I go, "What are you talking about?" He goes, "You're literally getting rid of everything. You're getting prepared to leave." Well, I was, and I didn't even know it. Like, I mean, I don't know even how he saw that. Like, I was like, and to be honest with you, that was probably like October or November, and we broke up in December. So it might have even been September, you know? And I just was like manically cleaning the paint off the carpet and getting that rid of, and like throwing out stuff that we hadn't used in years, and just, I mean, I thought, oh, I'm just cleaning, you know? I don't know that the cleaning was indicative of me leaving. I think the cleaning was indicative of me shedding my past, getting rid of my past, cleaning up things, preparing for the future, nesting and things like that. I stayed in that apartment after we broke up, you know, so I nested and made it my own for a while until my, you know, mom passed away, and then I moved in here. She passed away in May, and I moved in here in, I started soft moving in here in August. My lease was up in October, and I think Alex and I both moved in here together in October permanently at the same time. So, but like I had no plan. I mean, like when he said that to me, I had no plans at that moment to be like leaving him. But I do feel like this intent to clean, I have like this clear path of us like redoing the, I'm like so excited now in a way that I've never been before of like redoing the condo, because I can kind of see it starting to happen as I'm cleaning stuff out. Not to mention I'm getting rid of so many things that like I just don't need. I'm just like, I feel like I've just been weighted down with crap for years. You know, I mean, people keep on saying, "Show us your basement." Why do you think I don't show you my basement? I mean, it is a mess down there. When Nikki came to pick me up, I was like, this is funny, but I even joked with her. I said, you know, I don't know that you're not one of my haters and my stalkers and you're acting like one of my best friends. We kind of joked about it, right? And she goes, well, I mean, you know all my information about my husband and my family and stuff like that and whatever. I go, that's true. I said, so like I brought her inside and showed her the house and stuff. I mean, the house is so small, whatever. And she said hi to Boo Radley. She was so sweet to Boo Radley and stuff. I go, do you want to see the basement? And she was like, yeah. And I go, I never show anybody the basement. Like even friends and family, like I never show the basement. I think Caroline saw the basement like 3 years ago. I never show the basement to anybody, right? And so I took Nikki down in the basement. I go, now do you understand why I need to clean it? And she was like, yeah. I mean, it's like, it doesn't look dirty. It's just like piled upon boxes of stuff that just needs to get rid of, right? And so, that's why I don't show it in videos. I'm embarrassed of it. I'm embarrassed that it needs to be cleaned and I haven't done it yet, but I'm working on it. You know, I've got like probably a fourth of it cleaned out right now. which is massive compared to what I did before. So, you know, like the closet is cleaned out upstairs. It was so funny because last night I went to go pull a new pair of like sweatpants out, and I was like so happy about it. I was like, I don't have to go in the basement. Like all my clothes are in my closet. And I have like a few things in a laundry basket. And like now when the laundry basket gets like half full, I do the laundry right then and fold the stuff and put it back upstairs, you know? So like the walk-in closet in the bathroom is like cleaned out, completely cleaned out. It's like unbelievable. It's all like organized. Like I bought the deodorant I got the other night from Amazon. Like I put it upstairs in the basket and where the deodorant goes and all that kind of stuff, you know? So like, I don't know, it makes me very happy. Like it's like clean space, clean mind kind of thing, you know? What did this guy say in a meeting one time? I loved it. He's since passed away, but it was a guy that I absolutely adored for years and years and years. And actually, when I came back in the rooms, he at the time probably would have had about 30, 35 years. Because he died when he had about 45 years, I think. So he would have had about 35 years because he just died in the last couple years. But he gave a lead. He shared a story. One of the things he shared was about how he knew emotional sobriety, that he was so many years sober, had no emotional sobriety, wasn't working steps, wasn't doing inventory, wasn't praying, things like that. And got a new sponsor, started working emotional sobriety, and it changed his life. And he was like, you know, we don't talk about how people in like, you know, later years of sobriety, it can be really difficult for them too. We pray for the newcomer, we pray for the new person that comes in. I feel like I can't get this hat straight. But anyway, situated comfortably. He's like, you know, and a lot of people say this, we pray for the newcomer, we pray for the new person to come in. Tanya and I were just talking about this the other night. But we don't necessarily pray for the old timers that have been around forever. Sobriety's still hard for people, you know? He said in a meeting one time, I'm going to have to talk this through to get out what he said because I can't remember exactly off the top of my head. But like we have a saying in recovery that's like clean house. What is it? Clean house, something. But it's basically like keep a clean house is like an analogy of like doing inventory and all this kind of stuff. And he actually said something like literal about cleaning your house in relation to like our relationship with our higher power. And he's like, you know, like God probably thinks, if this is how you keep your house, why would I want to come and visit? Like when people are like, where is God in this, you know? And I always remember that like as like a literal, I mean, he was talking about like, you know, like if we're not doing the work internally to work on ourselves, why would God show up in those times, you know? If we're just yelling and screaming and blaming other people about our problems and not taking any accountability and not doing any work and not making amends for our past and things like, why would God show up, you know? You know, that God's like, okay, we're talking about cleaning house and you're not doing any of it, right? So he kind of made some joke about it. I can't remember what it was, but it really hit me hard. And I can remember thinking about like also like the literal sense of a clean house. And since I started like cleaning out these closets, cleaning out these cabinets, cleaning out the basement, cleaning out these rooms and getting rid of all this junk that I just felt weighted down by, right? Like it is such a, it's almost kind of like a spiritual feeling. Like it's so crazy, you know? Like I just feel free. I mean, it just is so freeing. It's just like unbelievable, you know? So yeah, so like the cleaning is really, really helping me. And I'm really, really grateful for that. And I mean, I have so much more to do. I have plans. Like I bought this plastic box, clean out the wax, melt. I'll probably do that tonight to start putting the K-Pods on there. A lot of people were telling me that I need to look at the expiration dates on the K-Pods. I looked on the expiration date of the Santa's ones in the kitchen. And those don't expire until like 11 of 2024. And I bought those last Christmas. So I'm going to go through, I didn't even think about K-Pods expiring. So I'm going to go through the K-Pods and look and see which ones are expired. I'm also going to, I've kept whole grains of coffee in the freezer. I mean, literally for years on end. At this point, I think I'm just going to get rid of all of them. I think some of them have freezer burn on them. Like literally you can see the freezer burn on them. I'm just going to because they're taking up so much room in our freezer. I think I'm just going to get rid of them because they've been in there, some of them for, I mean, I'm not even lying to you guys, 10 and 12 years. So I'm just going to throw them all out and I'm going to start new with coffee beans and coffee grounds. There's a couple local coffee places that I love. They're ground coffee beans that I want to get coffee at. The Monn coffee shop in Broadapple I love. And there's a couple other places. So yeah, and I don't make pots of coffee as much as I used to. I want to start for Alex. I want to start making coffee for him in the morning so that like when I go to bed, because like he gets up like when I'm going to bed sometimes. And then like I got him that black thermos, and he was so proud of himself because he's like, I don't know how to make coffee in the coffee maker here. I'm like, okay, you literally, like, if I have to reset a clock, you're like, I can show you, so you don't have to do it. So I was like, well, I can show you how to make the coffee maker. He's like, well, I know how to do the one at work, but ours is kind of difficult because Caroline gave it to us. It's like a coffee, like it has like a coffee bean grinder in it, and then like you can time it. It's like very fancy, but you can also just make a pot of coffee in it, right? And so I thought, well, like, it stopped, and I thought, okay, well, when I start when I start drinking my sleepy time tea and I start getting ready to go to bed and take my trazodone out, I'm just gonna make a pot of coffee, and then I'm gonna fill his thermos, and then he'll have his thermos for coffee in the morning. Wouldn't that be so sweet? I think that would be so sweet. So yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do for my husband. But you can also do it with the Keurig too, you know? So that was, so yeah. So that's my plan tonight, is to, I said that a while ago, to read, listen to my audiobook, and not try to like get tons of it done. Like, I just want to relax and I just enjoy, watch whatever show comes to mind. I'm like really, I don't know why, but I'm kind of like 90 Day Fiancé needs to start getting good again, or I need to stop watching it because I'm kind of bored with it, to be honest with you. And this, I find the same thing with 90 Day Fiancé that I do with Love After Lockup. So like one episode they'll cover like 3 people, and then the next episode they'll cover another 3 people. So you gotta wait 2 weeks to find out where the story ended from the last. I'm not that invested in any of these people. I loved 90 Day Fiancé when I first started watching it because I was real into like getting to know the characters. I mean, this one gal has been going to visit her Russian boyfriend now. I mean, it's taken probably 6 weeks of shows to get her to Russia. I mean, she's been packing bags for 6 weeks. I'm like, can we just get to this or not? Are y'all getting married? Like, what's going on? I'm kind of like just over it at this point. Is this how the show always is? Because it's like so dragged out, and the show is already like 2 hours long. I'm just like, I don't know about all this. And so last night when I was watching Love After Lockup, there's like some storylines that I'm real interested in, and then there's other storylines that I really have no interest in. Like some of them that I really liked at the beginning are ones that I'm bored of now. And so last night I watched it, and there were like 3, because I had watched part of it, and then I was watching the other half, and it's the same thing. They cover like 3 of the storylines, and then the following week the next 3 storylines, and they go back and forth, right? Well, last night, I think this is why I stopped watching it halfway through. Last night was like 3 of the storylines. I mean, I like them, but it's like Sheree and Anthony. It's okay, but it's like, I don't know, and it's just, I'm not real interested in that whole case. Plus, it was like 4 episodes leading up to him getting out of prison, and like her preparing for him to get out of prison, and it just was like, that was a lot to watch. I just wasn't that invested. And then the Brittany and Karak one, like, I like them as a couple, but now they're starting to fight, and it's like, they're both kind of like, she's starting to show her true colors a little bit, and he's like really wanting to support her, but like she's not accepting of the support. It's just like the whole thing is just like, is this how every season is of Love After Lockup? Like, they do really great when they first get out, and then you start seeing them pull apart. Like that Brittany and Andy, like I feel so bad for that guy. Say what you want to say, I don't care, okay? But like the Brittany and Andy thing, like she sat and before she got out, she was like, he's gonna give me such support. All she wanted from him was money and a car. That's all she wanted. And I'm like literally watching this. I'm like, this is so sad. This is an active addict that is so craving. She is like begging him for money. She's like, oh, you said you're gonna. I mean, it's literally like a spiteful, vengeful addict. Like, you want to see an addict in real time? Watch this show. It's so sad. I already know where the outcome is going. And she's, like, sitting there laughing at him. She's like, you said you were going to give me $1,200 and you don't have the money because you're so broke, basically, right? And he's like, now he's, like, cluing in. He's like, oh, she just wants me for the money. They show the scene from next week, and she's, like, counting the money that he got her in the car, and she goes, you're $20 short. And he's like, this is too much. Yeah, she wants the cash for drugs. It's so obvious, and it's so sad to me. And it's sad because, number 1, this guy's being taken along for the ride, but he's chosen to put himself in there. And number 2, because she's going to destroy her life again. She sat there and talked about how important her relationship is with our kids is. She hasn't gone to 1 meeting since she's been out. She hasn't gone to a counselor or therapy session. She hasn't got no support people. And the one person that she said that she was going to be with, which this guy, which she then throws in his face, that they met on Caged Women. She's like, you're going to meet somebody on Caged Women? Girl, you had a profile on Caged Women. See, people think I get so heated about it. I get heated about everything, okay? This is Love After Lockup. So anyway, I'm just like, this is sad. All these, like, none of these, like, the one, and the guy ended up getting killed after the show was over, Asante, and Renika, was that her name? I like her. Well, that part's over. She's a case closed. She's done with that because she found out he had several girlfriends. And then after the filming of it, it always says that whenever they show their story that he, like, died untimely death. I think he was killed. I read somewhere his untimely death after the filming of the show. So they're off the show. That was one couple that well, not even couple. I was really invested in her. I liked her, Renika. And, but, like, I'm sitting there watching it, and I'm like, oh, so we don't find out for 2 or 3 more episodes, and, like, that's 2 or 3 weeks? Like, what's going to happen with these people? Like, I'm over it. Just show them all in one episode. Make it a 3-hour episode and show all of them, you know? Welcome to Plathville. I am so bored with that family. I am so bored. I started it up again this season, and I'll continue to watch it, because now I can't not watch it. But when it comes to, like, what shows do I want to watch? Like, Survivor, that's where I'm at. Amazing Race, that's where I'm at. Bachelor in Paradise, live for it. This is one good thing, and maybe I'll get re-interested in these shows this week. Big Brother's ending tomorrow night. They tweeted out, Big Brother whatever tweeted out today, how many of you want Bowie Jane to win the finale? I thought, are you kidding? I tweeted it out, I retweeted it, and I said, is this a joke? Okay, number one, does anybody want Bowie Jane to win? Number two, you want to talk about, I was going to talk about this, and I'll talk about it tomorrow leading up to the show. But, like, they did this whole recap thing yesterday where they were eating dinner and they were talking about all this stuff that happened on the show. Matt and Jag were literally in every scene. Bowie Jane's in one scene. It's a diary room scene where she's crying. She's done nothing on the show. She won 3 HOH competitions by total luck. Okay, they were guessing ones. And she guessed right. She didn't even know what she was doing. She said that on the show. She's not a comp beast. She's not a social game beast. She felt like everybody was screwing her. I mean, what she doesn't realize is they're just taking her to the end because they know that they can beat her because she's been the biggest floater in the house from the beginning. I could not believe, I think it was Julie Chen Munez, or whatever her name is, Moonves, that tweeted it out. And then somebody underneath it was like, Julie Chen Moonves makes $75,000 an episode, times 30 to 40 episodes this season is like $3 to $4 million. Does she really make that much money per episode, even episodes she's not even on? As a producer, is she really making that much money off of that? Oh my God, I want to be the host of Big Brother. But I was like, I literally tweeted that. I thought, is anybody voting for Bowie Jane? Not any one person. The only reason they're taking her to the final 2, if they do, is because they know they can win against her. It's a smart move. It's a smart move to keep the biggest floater in your final 3. She thinks she did something. I'm like, girl, you didn't do anything the entire season. Nothing. You didn't play a good social game. You only won comps that basically handed to you. The one comp, she even said she was trying to throw it, and she won against Felicia, and she didn't even want to win it. And don't count that HOH. She was trying to throw it. She misguessed, and Felicia was guessed way too high. And so she missed it, and she got lucky. I mean, she's throwing comps. I don't know. I just like, I'm like, God, can this show just end? I'm so ready for Big Brother to be over. Like, I have loved watching it this season and keeping up with all this stuff, but I'm ready for it to be over. So that is over. And then I think The Golden Bachelor ends this week, too. So I can keep those 2 off. Real Housewives of New York ended last week. So that was another show that ended. But Potomac started. I haven't watched Potomac yet. So I got Potomac. I got 90 Day Fiancé, Welcome to Plathville, Love Island Games. I got 7 shows total to watch. I don't know what the other one is. I don't remember. But anyway, I'm loving watching all this reality TV. Even the stuff that I can't stand. I know it sounds crazy. The only show I started watching, I was like, I can't do this. And people were like, please give it another chance. No, it's not my show. I'm not dedicating 2 hours to something I don't care for. I'm like in the mood to kind of start watching some true crime documentaries again. I haven't watched one in a long time, so I'm kind of in the mood to watch it. Alex and I have been watching Fall the House of Usher on Netflix. It's really good. It's really good. What they did is they took, so it's all from that like Haunting Hill House. Oh, Dragula just started too, because they had the director of all these shows on as a judge. So they take the story, The Fall of the House of Usher by Edgar Allan Poe. Every character in the show is named after a main character of one of his short stories, which I think is like brilliant, right? But then they take it, and the House of Usher, the Usher family is basically the Purdue Pharma family that like came up with Oxycontin. but it's just, the name is Usher, but it's kind of like a very similar story. It's brilliant how they did it. So we have like 2 episodes of that left to watch. Alex he finished that Ugly Betty show, and now he's watching Elite. We're gonna pick out another show to watch. And then I think I missed RuPaul's Drag Race Down Under and RuPaul's Drag Race UK. I don't think I've watched the 2 recent seasons of that, so I'm going to go in and watch those too. I just love watching TV, but this is a thing. Since I've been filming videos out here late at night for the drama video channel, which I love to do. I love doing that, and I love having a video to post the next day. But I film a video, it's about an hour-long video, and then I watch the video back, that's like another hour, so it's like 2 hours. So that's 2 hours I'm not watching shows. And I feel like I need to get back to maybe doing that like once or twice a week. And when I get done with my vlog for the night, just enjoying my night and just being like, okay, the vlog is done. I'm not filming any more videos tonight. Film the video tomorrow. I like doing it out here when I'm talking about real serious stuff. But when I'm talking about more lighthearted, like I don't want to sit out here late at night and flip a fan and stuff like that. I like to talk about the deeper topics. So if those come up, I probably will film those late at night because I like to open a Diet Coke and have like a conversation with you guys. That I like to do because it feels very much kind of like the vlog, like I'm just having a conversation talking about these serious topics. But if it's something where I'm flipping a fan and putting on lip gloss and, you know, talking on the drama phone, like that can be for the day. I don't need to do that at night, right? Which is, I'm kind of trying to get back to that on my drama channel anyway. So, I mean, it's still important to talk about important topics, but I'm trying to kind of like do less of that and more of the funny stuff because that's what I really miss. And I really think it was kind of affecting my mental health for a while to talk about such deep, dark subjects over there for so long. I think it really took a mental toll on me. So, but like I said, I still think that those are important things to talk about, so I want to continue to talk about them, but just not in every video. I can't do it anymore. And I don't think that I think people like to hear my voice on it, but I think it became a lot for people to watch every single day too, knowing that I was talking about all these serious subjects, you know? So anyway, I love watching the reality shows, even the ones I don't. Oh, this is what I was going to say. Like people like Dancing with the Stars. I couldn't. I watched one episode. I was like, this is corny. Like, I totally understand as a family that wants to get together and have popcorn, make cookies or whatever, have treats and watch it as a family. Like, I totally understand that, okay? Like, that would have been a show that, like, my mom and I would have watched together when I was, like, in 6th and 7th grade and, like, lived for it, right? At 51, I mean, that's not my speed. And I know that there are people out, I'm just saying for me. I'm not saying anybody about age. My stepmother loves any dance show that is out there. I'm sure she watches Dancing with the Stars. I haven't talked to her about it. But she used to love So You Think You Can Dance, all these ballroom dancing shows. She lives for them, okay? So, and, you know, she's, what, 12 years older than me? So it has nothing to do with age. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying at being at 51, having lived all these years, right? I want to watch problematic, dramatic reality TV where they're fighting and screaming and yelling and the storyline is deep. That's what I want. Okay, I don't want to watch a bunch of corny costumes and people jumping around on stage. I think it's great. I think it's hard and difficult. They're learning these routines. Listen, I grant it, okay? It's just not my cup of tea, and I'm not dedicating 2 hours a week to it. I want to watch them fight it out on Bachelor in Paradise. That's where I'm at. That's the kind of reality TV that I like. That's why I love The Housewives, you know? I went through this whole phase where it was like the Housewives were too much for me, and I think it was where I was like going through this period where I was like really trying to find peace and serenity in my life. If you remember, if you watch my vlog for a while, you'll remember me talking about this. I just can't. I feel like, and this was when the last season Nene Leakes was on Atlanta. I felt like it was so toxic and so screamy, like I couldn't even watch it. It just felt like, you know, like, and honestly, when people were saying on my drama channel that they felt like they were being yelled at, like that's kind of how I felt that last season of Atlanta. What I found was, it was really that I didn't have a lot of peace and serenity in my heart at that time. And so it was kind of like when I heard it, it kind of like even made me even feel like less peaceful than I already felt. So it was really more about me than it was about the show. Today, with the peace and serenity that I have in my life, I don't have a problem watching those shows, and I live for it. I live for the table turning and the throwing drinks and the yelling at each other and the gossiping. I love it. I live for it all day long. It is such a great escape. Mel started watching, my book club partner Mel, she started watching Vanderpump Rules, and she literally watched like every season of it within like 3 weeks. And I was like, how are you? She's like, I just put it on the background while I'm crocheting and stuff. I watch like 4 or 5 episodes a night. She's like, I live for it. I think it's like a great escape, like The Housewives, Vanderpump Rules, Summer House, Winter House, those shows, Southern Comfort, Southern Charm. Southern Comfort, Southern Charm is what I was talking about. But any of those kind of shows, I think it's just like an escape. It's like you can just like turn it off, you know? It's like going to the casino when I would play slot machines, you know? I could just like sit in front of a slot machine and drink my fountain pops and just, you know? By the way, I want to say this. Somebody said something about, they left a comment on my vlog and they said, I miss sitting next to the casino with you, playing slots and talking to you. And they made it sound like it was somebody that used to like, that I used to sit next to the slot machines with a lot, and like I knew them by name. There have been a lot of people that I've known by name. Obviously Valerie, because I go to the casino with her, or I used to. My friend Lori. There was like probably 4 women that I sat with and played these slots back in the day, played like Butterfly and like the flags and stuff like that. There was like, max bet was 75 cents. They're like these old machines, right? And I used to call them the old lady machines because like the 80-year-olds would like fight for these machines and they'd be there all, so they'd get their free donut at 6 a.m., right? But this person's name, it like kind of vaguely sounds familiar. If we used to play at the casino together, and they've commented on my vlog. If you are the one that commented that, and like we used to play together, will you email me? My email's listed below, and just be like, don't you remember me? We used to play, because there's only a couple of machines that I've played consistently at the machine. I played Lightning Strikes and the old lady machines back in the day. Those are really it, and the ones that were on this kiosk that I used to play, the quick hits. So it's got to be one of those 3, and it's got to be somebody that I sat next to enough that I know, because she said I remember sitting next to you. Can you email me and remind me who you are? Because like I was like, who is this? Like I don't remember who this is. But and then there was these 2 people that were friends. There was this one that they used to work together, and I was friends with them. But that was like years ago. So I'm like, is this somebody from years ago that I used to sit with that I totally forgot about? I was like real intrigued by that comment. So email me and let me know who you are. I'd love to know. It's so funny not going to the casino, you know, or even like having the opportunity to, because Valerie's not here anymore. Like, I think about it every once in a blue moon. I'm like, oh, tonight would be kind of like a fun night to go to the casino or something like that. Especially if I don't have anything to do the next day. Because that's when like Valerie come pick me up at like 10 o'clock and we go get our iced tea and we go up there and stuff and stay till like, you know, 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. But in all honesty, like, I love sitting out here watching my shows, especially on a night like tonight when it's like beautiful. Like I'm in like let's do outfit check, shall we? Polo shirt, shorts, leg crossed tightly, like the lady that I am. But no, like I miss just kind of going up there and just like sitting. It's like the escape of it, you know, and drinking your free fountain pop. I love the Mr. Pibbs up there. Drink the Mr. Pibbs, you know. Valerie would always get her coffee and just sit there and just like hit and get excited about a bonus. I mean, you don't think about anything, you know. I put my phone down. I didn't think about nothing. It was so nice. Like I miss that, you know. But it was like the whole evening of going up there. Oh, there comes Alex. It was like the whole evening of like going down there with like Valerie, getting the iced teas, gossiping, talking as we would like drive up there, seeing people that worked there that we knew. That was so much fun and stuff like that, right? And I say I miss it, but like I don't think about it often, you know? Because I think I know that like the opportunity to go up there doesn't exist because Valerie lives so far away and she's not coming down. She said to me the other night, she texted me something and she said, I probably mentioned this already on vlog. She said, like I think she was kind of itching to go to the casino or something, and she lives close to the casinos up north, so she can go to those ones up north. But she said, I wish I could come down and pick you up to go to the casino and just get you out of the house for a while. And I was like, oh, that is so sweet. But yeah, so like, but I don't, hey! But I don't think about it like that much. But when I do think about it, I think, oh, it'd be kind of fun to go, you know? But no, I like love sitting out here. Oh, we just went in the kitchen, look. Cooking up something. It's not, I was gonna say, is it late enough that he's giving Boo Radley his medicine? He can't be. But yeah, like I just miss the escape. I think that's what reality TV is for me, is escape. I think that's what books are for me, is escape. And not like I have anything to escape from. My life is really good, but we all just want to kind of like just zone out. Don't you ever want to just zone out at the end of the day? Like I love that. So yeah, I got 7 reality shows to catch up on, plus Amazing Survivor and Amazing Race that comes on tonight. So that's 9 shows that I have to catch up on. See, I was, like, honestly, I was, like, thinking, I'll just take today off completely and just watch reality shows. But I think I'm going to take one of the days off in the weekend, either Friday or Sunday, and just watch all reality shows. I'll probably post a vlog that day. But other than that, just not film anything and just do all, like, just catch up on all my reality shows. Don't you think that sounds like such a great day? Okay, so, one of the things I wanted to talk about was, I have had this horrific cough for, like, what, the last 4 months or something, 5 months? And about halfway through my videos, I'm kind of surprised it hasn't started yet, because I'm at like 48 minutes or something like that. It usually starts about the 40-minute mark. I start, like, my throat starts really, really itching, especially since it's warmer today, which makes me think that what this person emailed me is even more true. So, My throat's been itching. I have like this horrible cough. When I lay down in bed at night, the cough gets even worse. So, but by the time that I get up in the morning, the cough is almost entirely gone, right? Okay. So I've been saying that it's allergies. It's allergies. My throat is itching. I'm coughing, whatever. I got this email last night from somebody, okay? And I don't know who it is. I responded to them and said, thank you so much. Like, I'm going to look into this. So I don't know if you're watching my vlog, but thank you so much for this information. So they said to me that they had a very similar cough. Like, it was almost identical to my cough. And that their throat itched and they were nasally and they just had this persistent cough. And they thought it was allergies. And one of their friends said to them, are you on lisinopril? And they said, yeah. And they said, because I was on lisinopril and I had that exact same cough. And the cough is a side effect. It's like one of the biggest side effects of lisinopril when you're on it for a while. Lisinopril is the blood pressure medicine that I'm on. But when you get off of it, it takes, you know, I think I looked it up last night. It said it takes like a month of being off of it for the cough to clear up and go away. I was like, okay, this is so crazy. I was just talking about this on Halloween. When you think that like a headache is coming from something, but maybe it's coming from wearing reading, because like my reading glasses are really tight. So sometimes late at night I'll get really bad headaches. But what I realized it was from, I realized this like 2 years ago or a year ago, was from like the pressure of like my reading glasses, the newer ones are so tight that they like press in on the temples of my head. And so that I get like a bad headache from wearing that. Or sometimes like when I wear a hat too, on like this hat, the reason I've been wearing this Icon hat a lot is because the Gorham Brothers hats have been like fitting tighter on my head. That's where I felt like I was kind of like gaining weight. I was like, are scales off? Because I like the Gorham Brothers hats. Oh, he's going back upstairs. Turn the light off. Good night. You're dancing with me. Dance with me. See, I'm holding my, I'm like a real YouTube vlogger now. But anyway, when they like walk through the public with their thing on their, anyway. Do you guys want to see the little tripod that you're on? Here, I'll show it to you. Hold on. I guess they're like, no, I could care less, but this is the tripod that you're on. It just sits on my table like this, see? Isn't that so cute? I had these in my drawer for years. I had like 2 of them. I have 2 of them. The other one that kept on falling. This one is starting to do the same. This one is starting to do the same thing and starting to fall. Come on. I don't want to have to turn the camera off to do this. You guys got up close and personal with me. Okay, so this woman sent me this email. It was really helpful. She shared her story with me. And she was like, and it was so sweet because at first she was like, I know you don't like medical suggestions, but I have to share this with you because you keep on saying that you have a cough due to allergies, right? And she was like, I had the exact same cough. My friend or somebody that she knew told her that they had the same cough. Their cough was from lisinopril. Her cough was from lisinopril. She talked to her doctor. They changed her something else and the cough went away. And I'm like, I'm such a believer that sometimes when you think something is from something, it could be from something completely different, right? And I was like, could this cough be from lisinopril? So I thanked her, sent her an email back. I was like, thank you, I'm going to look into this. So I Google searched it. Now here's the thing about the lisinopril. I don't remember if I shared this or not. I think I did. But the last time that I saw my doctor, which I believe was my primary care physician, which I believe was in July, he said to me at that time that my blood pressure had improved so greatly. I'm only on 5 milligrams of lisinopril a day. He had started me on 10 milligrams, cut it down to 5, and now I think what he said, to be honest with you, I don't even remember accurately. But I think what he said in there was that my blood pressure had improved so much that if I wanted to come off the blood pressure medicine, I could. He was like, you can stop taking it if you want to take it. And so I came home and I was like, yeah, Alex, blah, 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 I can stop taking this medicine. My neurologist was like, if it's working so well, why would you stop it? And I was like, oh, I don't know. And he's like, because I think originally when I was in the hospital, it was my neurologist that originally put me on the lisinopril, I think. And that was from the accident because my blood pressure was like such a mess and they put me on thyroid medication. I'm still on that as well. My doctor told me, my primary care physician said he didn't want to take me off the thyroid medicine, but he wanted to take me off. That he said I could take. I said, well, can I cut it from 5 milligrams? He goes, there's really no point. Like 5 milligrams is so low that if you're not going to take 5 milligrams of lisinopril, like there's no point to really take it at all. And he goes, and I don't really think that you need it. Well, my neurologist was like, I don't know why you would stop it if it's working, right? He was like, unless you start feeling lightheaded again. Well, if you remember when I first started taking the lisinopril, I would stand up and I would feel rushed, like I would have to sit down, right? That's starting to happen again on the 5 milligrams. So I start Google searching this last night. True, hand to God. First symptom, cough, dry cough. Dry cough, and then itchy throat that they compare to allergies. This was like literally on every website that I looked. Okay, this was the first symptom. After taking lisinopril for a period of time, that people develop a dry cough and an itch that won't go away in their throat, right? Then one of the other things is that I'm getting a lot of mucus buildup, which is like a sinus strain. That's also a side effect of people that have been on it for a year or more, or something like that, it said, right? And I'm like, oh, this is so crazy. And so the other thing was that people that, like, when they start taking it and when they've been on it for a while, they start having the head rush again when they stand up. Well, that has started to happen to me again. Not every day, but I would say like every third day it started to happen to me again. Not as bad as when I first started taking it, but it's happening, right? And so I was like, I want to stop taking this lisinopril. If he already said it, you know, that I need to stop taking it, or I could stop taking it anyway. So I called my primary care physician today. The clinical team is out on Wednesdays. This is always my luck. This is why I can't get a hold of anybody. Like, people ask me if I'm still, like whatever happened with the changing of the documents in my chart. Y'all, I'm still pursuing that. You guys, I can't even, to be honest with you. Okay, part of the reason why I stopped talking about it was, and I'll just lightly reference this, is because there was an interruption. And by interruption, I mean stalkers and haters, harassers that were getting in the middle of that. That's why I stopped talking about that whole situation. If I start talking about something and I stop talking about it, it's because somebody has, like, they took information that I was talking about and they went to the hospital and they tried to find information based on what I had said in my video. So anyway, but I know who that person is, so that's being dealt with behind the scenes. They know it's being dealt with behind the scenes. I know it's being dealt with behind the scenes. Somebody said, I saw somewhere that somebody said something about, like, I'm making up this harassing stalker things. There will be a day that I get on video and I show you guys documentation of what this happens. That day is not today. That day is not coming next week. That day is not coming next year. It's going to take a long time for me to deal with this stuff. But that's the reason why I stopped talking about it, was because I had said some stuff online, and then when the hospital called me and was like, somebody's trying to get your information, this is what they're saying, I was like, oh, it directly came from that video. So yeah, I am still pursuing that, like, documentation being changed, but it's like a long process. And it got stopped because then I had to, it was such a mess, you guys. Like, people have no idea. So anyway, so I called my primary care physician today. They're closed on Wednesday, or they're out of the office on Wednesdays. I don't know why. Isn't that kind of a weird day? Be closed as a clinical staff. So anyway, so I left a message and I was like, hey, a really nice message. I was like, hey, listen, like, the last time I was in to see my doctor, he said that I could stop taking the lisinopril. I think that's what he said. I explained the whole situation like I just explained it to you. And then I was like, could you check in my chart and see if that's what he said? Because if that's what he said, like, I want to stop taking the lisinopril to see if the cough goes away. I'm so thankful for this person emailing me. And listen, as I say this, please do not feel the need to email me about every medical suggestion that you have. But this one was so on point because no one had mentioned, I don't think anyone had mentioned this to me, maybe in the comment sections, but nobody had mentioned this to me before. I literally was like, why am I having this cough going so, I mean, it's November and the cough is getting worse. The cough with the freeze and stuff like that should go away with allergies. Like, usually when the frost starts happening, allergies start going away, right? I haven't and I'm having all these symptoms of allergies, like sinus draining and things like that. It's worse this year than it's ever been before. And I thought, like, Alex always has more intense allergies than me. Maybe it's not been allergies all along. Maybe it's been the lisinopril and I don't know. It's worth stopping it if I don't need it and seeing what happens. So I'm so grateful for this person coming out and saying this to me, because I was like, wow, like, I mean, maybe this is something that could really help, you know? So thank you so much for that. I'm not opposed to giving me people, or for people giving me suggestions. What's hard is, and this is the thing that's really hard for me to even speak about it, is I know that it always comes from, like, a good place, right? Like, when I talk about, like, weight loss things and people be like, well, you need to do keto. Keto's the best thing. Well, that's because their experiences with keto. So for them it worked and they want to share that with somebody because they're excited about it. Or somebody will say, like, no, Atkins is what you need to do. Or you need to run every single day or walk. I mean, everybody's sharing their own personal experience because they want to help me. I totally get that. Like, that is so flattering, right? I'm not mad about that. I don't dislike that. It's just overwhelming to me, right? Because then I'm like, should I do keto? Should I do Atkins? Should I run? Should I walk? Should I do this? Should I do that? Should I take this supplement? It's like, it's overwhelming to me when you get like 30 to 40 different comments of different things, if that makes sense. when I talk about medical things, and people will say, and this is what really got overwhelming, was when I was going to my doctor, and I didn't know what was going on with the pancreatitis, and people would say, it's your gallbladder. And the next person would say, no, you need to go get a scan because it's probably this. No, it's not that, it's this. And I literally was like, I mean, I was writing things down, taking notes from the comment sections, and like calling my doctor, and my doctor finally just was like, Peter, you need to stop reading these comments on your video. He's like, because it's not helping. He's like, you just need to listen to us, you know? And that was where it was becoming really overwhelming to me. It wasn't that I didn't appreciate that people were leaving supportive. So I stopped. I cannot believe I am at an hour again. I've been doing good at these vlogs, y'all. I've been vlogging for so long. Oh my God, I can't believe it. My sparkly cup that I got off the Amazon. But anyway, I poured this coffee hours ago, and it is still ice cold, and the ice is still in here. Can you see? I don't want to pour it out. I'm probably going to pour this out. No. But can you hear this? Listen. You can still hear the ice in there. Like literally, I made this coffee like hours ago. 2 pumps of brown sugar cinnamon syrup and iced coffee in there. It's so good. The only thing I don't like about this is the lid. None of these lids on these cups. But I will tell you, I put this through the washing machine and it did just fine, and none of these things came off. So, $34 or $37 on Amazon. Just put out blinged out cup, coffee cup, and this will show up. You can get it in any color. I know I should probably link this stuff. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about all that, but we'll see. But anyway, yeah, so I'm like, this will be crazy. So they're gonna, I'm sure they'll call me back tomorrow and let me know. And I think what they're gonna say is, yeah, he told you could stop taking it. I used to wear all my polo shirts like buttoned up all the way to the top back in the day. Does it look corny, or do you think it looks cute? I think it looks kind of cute. This would be kind of cute with a jacket, don't you think? Like a sport coat and a pair of khakis or cords or something like that. That might be kind of a cute outfit late at night, you know, or to go out at night for like just a casual dinner or something. But anyway, so yeah, so I am like hopeful. I think what they'll call and say is, because I almost remember positively, I could probably just go back and check the vlog. I'm sure somebody probably will for me. Thank you. But I think what he told me was, you can stop taking it. You don't need to take it anymore. But then my neurologist was like, well, why stop taking it if it's going to work? And I was like, I kind of always go with what my neurologist says. I mean, they very rarely tell me opposing things. I think I called my primary care physician back and said something to him about because he always like echoes whatever my neurologist says. They work closely together with all this. But I think I said something to him about, like, he told me not to stop. He's like, well, if you want to keep on taking it, you can keep on taking it. It's 5 milligrams. It's not going to do anything really that harmful. I don't even know if it's helping you at this point. And I was like, okay. So if they call me tomorrow and they say, no, he said it was totally fine to stop taking it, then I'm going to call them and tell them I'm going to stop taking it. I'm going to call my neurologist and tell them I'm stopping taking it too, and the reason why. And then, I mean, at least for a month or two to see if the cough goes away. And then I'll know it's from the lisinopril, you know? But isn't that crazy? Like, I would never have even thought of that. You know when they, like, talk about medicines online and they, like that commercial, like, upset stomach, diarrhea, and they talk about all these symptoms? I'm not somebody that when I take medicine, like, suffers from a lot of, like, side effects. I just really am not, you know? I mean, from time to time, like, maybe one here, a random one, or one there, but I'm, like, not somebody that, like, I mean, I feel like with every medicine I take, there's, like, one side effect that I get, but, like, not, like, rampant, you know? I think, like, the statistics say, like, something like 30, it was, like, high. It was, like, 35% of people on lisinopril get this cough. Like, that's pretty high, you know? I'm so thankful this person reached out to me. So, yeah. So, I have this, like, fake candle in here, and this is so dirty. I always clean this thing off, but I don't ever clean the inside of it off. And this fake candle in here has, oh, almost knocked this over. I got this at IKEA, I think, years ago. This candle is, like, so gross. Does it even work anymore? It doesn't even work. The battery's dead, I bet. How dirty that is. I need to just throw it out. But it looks pretty. Pretty is. Does it have a leaf on the bottom of it? Oh, leaves are going on me. Oh, here's what it is. Is this a bug? I can't see. Some of those mugs got some of those bugs, but there ain't no bugs on me. This is literally my life while I'm sitting out here talking on the phone to Tanya Jean and my sponsor and people like that. It's like looking through this stuff. I guess I'll keep her in there for a while. I mean, people are like, put a real candle in there and light it. I don't want to. It's too much trouble. But now it's kind of waning. You see, look. That's driving me crazy now. There, that's better. I use this to put my reading glasses on the top of it, and then I put my phone on top of the reading glasses. That's the purpose that it serves out here. What is going on with this candle thing? I'm just taking this candle out. I'm gonna throw it away. We're just gonna have the lantern out here. The candle doesn't work. Does this look bad? I don't care. Yeah, I'm just doing that. I'm getting rid of this. This is so dirty and stuff. It just needs to go. So anyway, and it's like something on the bottom. It's like warped or something. Do you see this? What happened there? I mean, it's not a real candle. It didn't burn. It's okay. Turn it off and on. It doesn't even work. It's got no battery in it, probably. Do you even have a battery in it? Oh yeah, it's got 2, but they're dead. I don't want this candle anymore. Anyway. Oh my god, my battery is dying. I can't believe it. Okay, my battery is dying. What did I do? An hour and 5 minutes tonight? Well, that was okay. It wasn't too bad. I'm trying to do longer vlogs because people say they like the longer vlogs, and I miss doing the longer vlogs. So this is my way to kind of unwind and stuff tonight. But I do have to watch my my first drama video that I did that's really long. It's like an hour. I think it's like 55 minutes or something. I gotta watch that back and upload that. And then get my other videos up, my review and my haul, and then start rendering this and get this up. So I'm gonna do that. Make a real short outro tonight because I don't know how long it's gonna take for the battery to stop. So I hope that you guys are having a magically amazing Wednesday. If nobody else has told you this today, I love you, and I will see you tomorrow, guys. You made it halfway through the week. I love you. Bye. Love you.